In this video I'll explain how to use one of my favorite tools. Is the setup wheels from HUDY. They look like this. And I'm going to explain how you can use these to set up your touring car. So using the HUDY setup wheels is really simple. We simply attach them to the car here. I use these specific HUDY setup station nuts for the setup wheels as well. You can use these nuts for the HUDY setup station and for the setup wheels. It's really recommended for doing this kind of work to the car, because it'll be much quicker when you can just thread them on there with your fingers. So I can really recommend getting these. When we have the setup wheels on, we're gonna do the last process of the setup, which we do before hitting the track. So after you've done your camber, your downstop, and your ride height setting, we finally are going to check the tweak of the car, which we can do with the lift method, which we do with the setup wheels on. And there's a separate video which is called How to Tweak Your T4, which is available on the X-Ray YouTube channel. So please refer to that video on how to check the tweak of the car in more detail. I'm just quickly gonna show you the process here now with the setup wheels mounted on the car. And if you need more or deeper explanation, please check that video out. So what I do is I put a screwdriver in the little centered hole at the very back of the chassis, and the same in the front, and I simply lift the car off the setup board to see which wheel comes off first. So in this case, the left rear comes off a little later than the right rear, and this means that I will have to make an opposite adjustment of the front spring preloads. I'm going to loosen the preload on the right front, and I'm going to tighten the preload on the left front. So always think of it as a cross adjustment. If the left rear comes off too late, we loosen the right front and tighten the left front, and vice versa. So it's always a cross adjustment that you do to adjust the tweak of the car. So we can not only set the tweak with the setup wheels, but we can actually check the camber. So if you have an old school traditional camber gauge, you can actually check the camber angle with the setup wheels on. It's a lot more precise to do it with the setup wheels than to do it against a normal tire and a normal wheel, because they're all a little different, but the setup wheels are always the same. So we simply put the camber gauge against the wheel here, and we can quickly check the camber angle. In this case, it's spot on 2 degrees, which is the value that I set on the setup station earlier as well. But it's good to know that you can check the camber on the setup wheels as well if you don't have access to a setup station or just feel like doing it a different way. So yeah, there's multiple uses for these HUDY setup wheels.